gotta go back to Spy. Make sure we're all good on this. Spy's pretty straightforward today, I'll be honest. So before the market's open, guys, somebody try to clip this for me. We're gonna be looking. Well, we're already bullish because we're over this area. It's just, can we hold the lows of pre-market? If we can hold the lows of pre-market, and honestly, if you zoom in here, you have your previous day close here, which it would have been awesome if we had a nice higher open again, but we didn't. So you're really actually looking for a break of this tiny area here between the close and the low of pre-market. If this breaks, definitely not looking good. As long as this holds, we're looking good for more upside though, just because we're already above the halfway point of the previous day. We didn't have any overnight move down. We haven't dipped down yet, but that is where we're most likely going to head if we break this area. So we can put ourselves an arrow here. Damn, that was almost perfect. The arrow is always like preset. Or you could just be buying dips right here, but in reality, what you should be looking for are holds of this and breakouts of 632 and maybe even a pre-market high for those moves up. So I just wanted to explain that before the markets really started moving. Jesus, I can't speak English today. I'm gonna detach this over to my other screen, the chain, and I'll be posting which contracts are the best for this area. So if we're gonna be looking for breaks today, for your same day scalps on the August 5th contracts, you're definitely going to hold up. I have to stand to my things to Greeks. We're going to have to be looking for what I like to do is I look at my main target and then I choose around that target. So right here I choose 630, 629, or 628 contracts. Then I go to the chain and I look and I see, all right, well, is the gamma fucked on any of these? Yes, the gamma is fucked on 2 of those actually. 628, 629 is riding the line. You could say you like 629s for downside. 630 is definitely going to be your stake though. 629, 630, 631. These are your best options for scalps going down today for break to this area. If we get a push over pre-market high, or maybe you buy the dip a little early and you take the risk and you want to see it get to pre-market high, trim some, and then get that breakout to 635, 30s, then we can start to look a little bit higher. So we'll see what contracts are good for those. Same day contracts that are good for this chart if we do get some upside over the planned areas. I would definitely say the 632 strike is a good looking one. That's probably the best looking one. Very close though is the 633. I like both of those honestly. And then if we do get to break out a pre-market high, this chain will adjust, and I would say looking at 634 needs to be the priority. If anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Make sure it's about the game plan around SPY first, and then we'll move on to other tickers. But as of right now, are we all good on this chart here, right now? Also, this week isn't that crazy for news. If I pull this up real quick, you can see today is one of the big days of news this week, but you can see overall this week from the 8th, or I'm sorry, from the 5th all the way down to the 8th, it's really not that crazy. The big news was last week, interest rate. The majority of earnings were last week, so not as bad as last week is basically all I'm saying. If you ever come to this website, make sure you read the top here. It's very, very helpful. It also is so insane to me how people will just like post lies, you know? They don't actually read anything. They're just seeing like a post on Twitter. Twitter is where opinions are posted. So it's a good thing to check this and double fact check that if you are. So I hope that helps. But yeah, that's the game plan right now. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if we need to go over anything again regarding SPY if you guys have any questions.